wavy, smooth to the gods, curly. After using the Dyson, smooth each hair shaft. Hi, I'm Mallory Brooke, makeup artist and content creator here on YouTube, and today we are finding out whether or not the Dyson Airstrait is a one-trick pony. I've already done a full tutorial and first impressions on using the Dyson Airstrait, so if you would like to see how I get a very smooth, sleek, straight hair look and my first impressions, I will link that video below. Several people seem to be enjoying it. It was definitely an experience and I had a lot of fun filming and editing that video. So I received a comment asking if the Dyson Airstrait would almost be like a good primer for those of us with textured hair. So I have naturally curly hair. If you have naturally curly, wavy, any type of texture in your hair, you know that it's really important to start with a smooth base, okay? And I was thinking, you know what? This would absolutely be a great primer for smoothing the hair and then putting some curl back into the hair, like waves, beachy waves, hairstylist waves, things like that. Because before, I would go in with the GHD Glide brush after drying my hair before I would go to curl my hair to make sure that the cuticle was sealed and I was starting out with a very smooth kind of, base, like to prime my hair to curl it. Because when you have naturally curly, wavy, textured hair, your hair wants to tend to curl back up if it's not smoothed perfectly over time, and so using something like the GHD Glide after giving myself a blowout and then curling my hair really ensured that I could, stretch that style out for a good 3 days. Now, the Dyson Airstrait, when I first used it, I was like, oh, well, this is only good for straightening my hair. Well, today, you'll see me use the Dyson Airstrait as I'm explaining this to you. I have figured out a way to use this as a primer to go back in and curl my hair and make my actual curled hairstyle last longer. So this, using the Dyson Airstrait as opposed to a blow dryer and a GHD Glide and then going back in and curling my hair, it speeds up the process so much. So even though it feels like it's taking a long time and it's an extra step, it's really not. It's 2 steps in one and you're ready to curl your hair. So instead of using this on the high heat setting and taking my absolute time to smooth and straighten like to the gods and then going back in and using the cool blast to set that style, I can achieve a curled look after using this. So I will use this on the medium heat, the high airflow, and I will not go back in with the cool air blast because once you do that, it seals the cuticle and the hair is not going to want to have any other memory of any type of pattern other than straight after you use the cool blast on this. So as you're seeing me use this, I'm using it on medium heat, high airflow, and then I'm stopping at that and not using that cold blast. So my hair's primed and ready for actual more heat and more memory to use a curling iron. So that's what I'm gonna show you today. I'm gonna show you the effect it gives. Now it's not gonna be curly. We're gonna get the effect of like actual waves with this first step using the Dyson Airstrait. So it is not a one-trick pony. If you do have curly and wavy hair, you can use this in this way that I'm showing you today and talking about today to use it as a primer for your next step, like a curling iron. So now that my hair is smooth and straightened and not with the cold blast, okay, so we're starting out with a really nice sleek style. And I do want to update. After using the Dyson Airstrait, my hair stays frizz-free and straight up until I wash it. So like 3 days, I can't go longer than 3 days without washing my hair. I feel just so gross. So by the time it's time for me to wash my hair again, my hair is still not frizzy, okay? We're hitting summertime, it's humid here in Arkansas, and I have curly hair. It doesn't matter. My hair stays straight and sleek. It's pretty incredible. And so using the Dyson Airstrait as a primer first step for a curling iron, I can tell you this right now, it stays way more frizz-free than using the GHD Glide. But if you're not ready to spend $500 on a hot tool like the Airstrait, the GHD Glide does do wonders for preventing frizz and making your hairstyle last longer. So then you don't have to apply more heat you know, every single day to achieve a hairstyle that you want to have, you know, throughout the week. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and apply more of my heat protectant Bumble and Bumble hairdresser's invisible oil primer. I have used this for now over 10 years. It is the only heat protectant that I truly trust, and I tell you what, it has paid off over the years. As someone who enjoys to heat style their hair, it really helps prevent damage. And they actually, Bumble and Bumble actually tests their heat protectant, you know, through testing, and they get graded on it. So not everything, just because it says it's a heat protectant, does not mean it's a heat protectant. Not every brand will actually test their heat protectants. They will just use like a formula that they say will protect your hair from heat damage, when that's not really true. So I'm gonna take my Babyliss, I believe this is a 1.25 inch barrel. I've had this curling iron forever, and honestly, I feel like I'm starting to enjoy this more than I do my T3. So I'm just gonna do a nice little away from the face towards the face type of wave on the underneath. I'm not even gonna really hold this too long because I don't want my hair to be curly. I just want some texture at the bottom so it's not stick straight and then we have curl. So as I go, you know, layer by layer, I'm gonna actually hold the curling iron a little bit longer. So I'm gonna hold for about 8 seconds here. And I keep the clip a little bit open so nothing gets smashed or bent, like you're not bending the hair shaft and creating crimps or cramps. And I do have a very like in-depth, comprehensive hair tutorial on how I curl my hair, so I will link that below if you're interested to see that. This is really just me showing you how I use the Airstrait as a hair primer, prepping the hair for a wavy style. So now I'm gonna curl all of the sections away from my face. And do you see, as you can see, I'm sure you can see, probably better than I can with my glaucoma ass, that the curl is automatically just curling. It's not like we've locked ourselves into an absolutely straight style after using the Dyson Airstrait. But you're gonna prevent more damage by using the Dyson Airstrait because it does smooth each hair shaft down in place. So you're not going in with a hot tool and clamping the hair shaft that's all bent and kinked. That actually causes more damage by doing that. So with your hair perfectly smooth by the Airstrait, you are preventing more damage. And look how smooth and frizz-free that curl automatically is. I cannot tell you how amazing that is if you have textured or curly hair. And two, when I go in and I curl my hair like this, I will usually take my flat iron, which is the GHD Platinum Plus, and I will straighten my very ends to get a smooth, sleek look. Like there are so many steps to get the waves that I really like having in my hair. And the Dyson Airstrait cuts out, like probably, without exaggerating, 50% of the time that I would spend on getting a really nice wave, but very sleek, straight ends. Again, I'm just curling this bottom layer backwards, back to the back of my head and towards my face to get a little more texture at the bottom. And then I'm just gonna go through the rest of these sections and curl away from my face. And I always take my curls and kind of remind them where they're gonna go as they cool. So just flip it backwards after I've actually curled the section. Another thing too is when you use the Dyson Airstrait to prep your hair for a wavy hairstyle, maybe you're not someone that uses a flat iron to kind of smooth the ends, but you're someone that would clamp on the ends and pull down straight like this. You don't need to do that with the Dyson Airstrait because it's already pre-smoothed your hair. So again, less heat placement on the hair equals less damage. And it's so much faster. I really, honestly, you guys, when I bought the Dyson Airstrait, I was like, so what? It straightens hair. I don't need another flat iron, you know what I mean? And now that I've used it in so many different ways, I'm like, wow, it really cuts out so much time when it comes to styling my hair that I'm very happy with the purchase. Just as happy with this purchase as I am with the Dyson Airwrap, especially for short hair. The Dyson Airwrap gives you more of like the 90s type of bob, right? And I have tutorials on that, which I will also link below. And I love the Dyson Airwrap, but I know that I'm going to love it even more when my hair gets longer. The Dyson Airstrait, using it like I am today and to get a sleek, smooth style, it's definitely at the top of like my hot tool rotation. So I'm just gonna curl the back of my hair, let my curls cool for about 3 minutes, and I'll be right back. Curly, curly. Okay, my curls have cooled, so I'm going to take my Ibiza shower brush. It's so good for wet hair and dry hair and brushing through curls like this and waves like oh, it's so good. And just to give you that more kind of modern feel, when you brush through your curls, it really separates them, but doesn't like ruin, you know, the style. So boom, I will go ahead, let's see. I think I want this section to just pop a little more. And see, because we've minimized damage by using the Dyson Airstrait, we can touch up without like feeling like we're just absolutely burning our hair off. I just really want this to be a little more, you know, a little more something there. So let me let this curl cool and I'll be right back.
One eternity later.
Hello, hello. If you can hear my neighbor's dog, he is barking at the chickens. Currently, we took our fence down because we're having dirt delivered. And so they kind of have a little bit of free reign around the front of the house. And it's really adorable. Okay, so that curl has cooled. Now I'm just gonna finish off my style with my quick favorite styling products, Kevin Murphy Do-Over. Another product I've used for years, gives you volume and texture without feeling gritty or gross. And I just like to lift up and spray underneath. So the spray actually gives you memory to keep your hair up if you do struggle with volume and you have fine hair. And then I like to go over that with the Session Spray, Stronghold Hairspray, and kind of use most of that in the front. And then again, lift up in the back, spray. Then I love finishing off. Oh, let me tell you something. There is nothing like a new Olaplex No. 7 oil. And this is a new bottle of it. And my hair's already all over it. So I just honestly take that little bit off the top and I run it through my ends and even the tops of my hair to give me a little weightless shine. The best hair oil I've ever used, ever, and still to this day. Especially if you have fine hair. You don't feel it in your hair, it's incredible. Okay, you guys, here is the 360 style that will last you up until 3 days, 4 days, whenever you wash your hair, because you have prepped and primed with the Dyson Airstrait. Thumbnail. All right, here's the 360. We have the front, super modern, just kind of bend waves, which are my favorite. That's why we did them today. Here's the side. Sorry, Tex and Helen are just going on. And then here is the back. I love using the Dyson Airstrait this way. I am telling you, this hair tool, the Dyson Airstrait, is way more versatile than I thought it would be, and I'm so happy I purchased it. I'm not happy that I spent the money. Trust me, honey. So let me know if you have purchased the Dyson Airstrait, or maybe you haven't because you thought it would be a one-trick pony like I did. I really did. I thought, okay, I'm only gonna use this when I want that sleek, straight style, you know? And now it has become, oh my God, it's taken the place of my blow dryer and my GHD Glide. It's pretty nuts. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video if you would like to see more hair tutorials from me. It lets YouTube know you enjoy my content and you will see it more in your feed. And please subscribe if you haven't already. We'd love to have you in this beautiful, positive community we have created on this channel. God, we really have, and it's great. All right, that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed. My hair looks fabulous, and I guess I'm just gonna not think about how much money I spent. Everything I used and am wearing, makeup-wise and everything, will be in the info below. That's it for me and my amazing hair. And that's Steven opening an Olipop. Peace out.
All right.